I'm
She,
back. I'm
she's
back.
back.
How's everybody doing? How you doing,
Welcome to
Tracy?
Primetime Women. I am
Oh,
doing
we are
wonderful.
welcome. It's Thursday.
It is.
And before we kick it all off, I'm just going to say the show is brought to you by Cassandra G. Dotson, Coaching Consultant, LLC, as well as Miss Tracy Lewis, Exquisite
Was it
Painting
cleaning and
and
construction?
Construction.
We are
Yes,
sponsored by ourselves.
that's right. Nothing but ourselves,
Let me turn
people.
around.
It's what we got going down.
We are sponsored. Yes, we are.
So
We are.
fill me in on last week, baby. What's the
So you
tea?
guys, okay, you guys, remind me of what we talked about last week. We got down last week, so refresh my memory because we talked about some of everything last week. So give me a couple of them, Roberta. Where were we at? Because
Anything
girl, my
worth
week.
circling back?
Yes, is anything you got? Remember, I told you guys if you want to circle back from last week, we would do it this week. So now's the time to chime in. Janice, do you remember? Because I
I
remember
am.
we were talking a lot, and my week was so busy. I got a brain freeze. But nevertheless, in the meantime, in between time, how was your week, Cassandra?
Wonderful. Long has been a lot. I'm gonna be on you guys for about a half hour today. I'll be back on track in just a little bit. But I got a lot of things that's going down, so my girl gonna be holding me down. When I'm off of here, she will continue on today. So just want to give you a heads up. But everything is going wonderful.
Okay,
Wonderful. Moving along, moving right on along. Yes.
okay. Okay,
Yes,
Roberta
ma'am.
just reminded me, we talked about celebrities. We also talked about, we were gonna talk more about fitness this week.
Okay.
Um, Roberta wanted to go into, my workouts and how I take care of myself in fitness.
Nice.
Um, Hi, Janet. And we did, what did we talk about? Which celebrity did we talk about? I know we touched on Shannon Sharp because we're gonna touch on him today as
Oh yeah,
well.
we're gonna touch on him.
We talked about him last week as
We're gonna
well.
touch on Diddy today. Hey Deborah, we're
Yeah.
gonna touch on him today too, cause he put in a pled not guilty. So we'll get into all of it.
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of before I dove into the topics, if y'all wanted to circle back before we actually
Right.
continue.
Right.
Hey Yolanda. Hey Deborah.
Yeah, we
Hey,
talked about
hey.
Shannon Sharp.
Hello.
We'll get into some of the things last week,
Yeah, so just
Roberta.
yeah, just go ahead and type y'all so we can see and we'll go back, we'll circle back around. All right?
Yeah,
Um,
we was, yeah, they're saying we were talking about Shannon Sharp, and
okay.
we're gonna get into the celebrity news, and we
Yeah.
will make our rounds, and
Oh,
then
Deborah
I'll give
said
you
and
guys,
Belichick. Y'all was talking about Belichick. Was y'all talking about
uh,
Belichick? The man with the
I
San
don't
Francisco,
think so.
the basketball coach with
No,
the
we
young
did
girl.
not.
Okay.
No, we did not.
Not sure. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
So
pop it off.
yeah, so I'm gonna pop this off with the first thing, which is Timberwolves smashed the Lakers. Timberwolves smashed and killed the Lakers. 4-1 series. Chopped them.
Talk about it.
Last night the game was.
Yeah, I went
I don't
to.
know who's all into sports, but I am, and
I
the
fell
game.
asleep on the Timberwolves last night, y'all. We're
It was
talking
a
about the Timberwolves.
great game. Yeah, it was kind of late,
I fell
so
asleep. I went to the game last week.
you did.
So I
You
was at
sure
that
did.
game last. I
You were
couldn't sit
there.
in my. I could. Yeah, I went to it, and I
Okay.
could not sit in my seat, you guys. That's why I like to do things at halftime because I can't take the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, you said
I
that to me
can't.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I can't sit. I
That's
can't sit
fine.
through the whole 4 quarters. I have to do halftime, and then I'm
Right.
antsy on halftime. Oh,
Uh-huh.
good evening, Tracy,
That's right. Let's go, Wolves.
Sherry.
Go.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Mm. So yeah, I had to mention that because our Wolves, hopefully
Our
they
Wolves
keep
is
on
kicking
and
ass.
continue
They
doing it,
kicking
right?
ass, y'all. The Wolves are doing that thing. I hope they don't do a Viking thing.
Say
Okay?
that again.
No, I said they're doing their thing. I hope they do not do a Viking thing.
Right.
Get us all hyped, get us all the way there, and bloop,
But this
it's
team
a
is
done deal.
playing.
But
This particular team,
yeah,
ever since they
Anthony,
got rid of
Anthony.
Anthony Town, the team has been on point. So I'm hoping that we continue far with that. Um, so yeah, nice with that. Happy
I
go
know LeBron's
forward.
showing his age.
Huh?
Yes, Roberta said LeBron is 40. I said,
Uh-oh, you just froze
and
up.
it's showing his age.
Yeah.
He's playing like a 40-year-old.
Yep.
All that collapsing and stuff, I'm not with that. Collapsing and peeking to see if anybody's looking.
He
He's
still got the
really,
same, but yeah, he's 40, his 44 is starting to show.
I am not from having
It's coming
no.
through.
Yeah, yeah. So
He's not
LeBron,
retired. He just wanted to have that record of him and his son
are you a
playing.
fan of LeBron? Are you a fan of LeBron?
No, I used to be long years ago, but
Yes.
yeah, no, no, no.
Okay. Okay.
But
I mean,
I
I
thought it
don't
was a
hate
good
him or
thing that they had
anything,
a
but
son and everything playing too. But like Stephen A. said, his son is not really that great. But I think is like the first time we've seen a
well, I'm
parent and a
not.
son actually playing on the same team. So that was his ultimate goal before retiring. I believe he's going to
Of
retire
course.
this year.
Uh,
We'll find out and
yeah.
see. I don't know. I
Okay.
think
Let me answer this comment. Someone named Charles Seal says everyone's age shows. Not true.
no.
And I wasn't saying it to be offensive, but everybody that sees him playing, you can clearly see that he's playing a little different. That's just
Yes,
my opinion.
it's
I
true.
saw it with my eyes.
I agree with you. I agree with you. In fact, we were actually talking. There was about four of us last night talking about it, and it's that's facts. His game is slowing down. That's what he's supposed to do, though. He's
And
been
he's
in the
getting
game
older, and
for a
there's nothing
while. He's
wrong with it. He
44
got the
years old.
rings to prove he know how to do the job.
Yeah, it's time
You
for him
know?
to, he's done a lot and all the time of playing, but it's definitely he's gearing up for retirement real soon, y'all, real soon.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. So,
okay, so we're gonna move on.
so I'm keeping up with. Yeah, we're gonna move on from it, but I'm keeping up with the games, except for last night. I came home from picking up
Yeah,
Poke,
you fell out.
and I felt I thought I was gonna watch the game, and I
Game
woke
was
up and it
watching
was this
you.
morning.
The game was watching
The
you.
game was watching me. Absolutely.
Game
Hey,
watching
Pammy,
you. Yep, I ain't mad. So let's talk about today. It appears that
I'll try to
Penny
fix the static.
decided to put the plea of not guilty. So he's willing to
Oh,
go to trial
okay.
for that life.
So she's talking about celebrity news, which is Diddy is he pleaded not guilty. And he
Yes.
passed up on the plea, you guys. What are your thoughts and what are your feelings
Yeah. What
about
y'all
that?
think about that?
Hey, Pat.
That he decided that he passed up on
Okay.
the plea and pled not guilty. What y'all think?
He he pled not
Do you
guilty.
think this was like
So
the demise of him doing this, or do you think it was a smart play?
so Cassandra's asking, do you guys think it
Okay,
was demise of his
Bonnie,
or was it a
Deborah,
smart play to
Yolanda,
plead not guilty or just take the plea deal?
what y'all
You
think?
know, I think he wants out so bad. He still think that he can. I don't know. I don't want to
Oh,
sound like he's guilty
right.
or anything. So I would. It depends on what the plea was, so that I can comment on. Yeah, you should have took that plea deal. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it's
But
not guilty.
I don't
He's
know what the
pleading
plea
not
was.
guilty on all charges. Here's my thing: if if they what they said was if he's found guilty, he's probably likely going to have a lesser sentence than life.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Roberta
That's why
said,
he was willing to plead not guilty. But he could get life, and that is, I don't think it was a smart idea.
I think she said Diddy needs to stop playing games with these people and and plead instantly
Yep, he
when
said
he
that.
knows and when he
Oh,
knows he's guilty. So we know what you're thinking, Roberta. You feel that Diddy is guilty. I need to. I definitely know that he's guilty on Cassie. Everybody knows how I feel about that because we saw it. But I need to. Cassie's exposed. Why aren't the rest of the people exposed? I
because
don't want to hear no John Doe shit.
you know
She's
why?
exposed.
Until the court actually starts up, their names have to be sealed because
Yeah,
they're
I
all
get that
part of
too.
it. So many of them,
Yes,
Tracy, so many of the celebrities is part of the whole shit. And so
I get
they're
that.
part of the trial. Some of them are going to be called up to testify. So a lot of those names are sealed until court
Yeah,
actually really starts taking place. And I don't know, but there's going to be a whole lot of them
right.
that's
Roberta
coming
said
out.
he knows he's guilty of something, so he probably should have took the plea because it's everybody knows when
I
you
mean,
sometimes when
hey,
you don't take them
otherwise
plea,
he got it.
it's
Otherwise, he would have been able to bond out. When you're not unable to bond out, that means they have overwhelming things on you and they're not allowing you to bond out. They're
absolutely,
making you stay in this
absolutely.
crazy
He
trial
wasn't
mode.
able to bond out, you guys, so um, I
Yep.
don't know what they got in store for court, but I don't. Does anybody know if it's going to be televised or? I know they're
I'm
not
not
going.
sure.
I know they're
They're
not
going
going to
back.
let cameras
They're
in
going
the.
back and forth on that, and I'm not really sure. They was talking about having it open because people need to know, and then they were also saying that it may be a closed deal. So they ain't really confirmed one way or another yet
Can you guys hear
what that looks
Cassandra?
like. Anybody know? Has anybody heard any differently on that?
Right.
If they are uh, planning on having it open or if
Oh
it's
yeah,
closed to the
he's guilty with what
public.
girl, Roberta? Because
They
I
said
know he's guilty
they're
with
gonna
Cassie.
do it.
You can clearly
Um,
see he's guilty with Cassie. But I don't know about the rest of them young ladies or young men or whatever they are.
it's a whole lot. That is going to be a long deal.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
think that's going to be a short trial by any stretch
Hi,
of the
Michelle. How are
imagination.
you?
I don't think it's going to be a
Yeah.
short trial at all. It's going to get, because I'm telling you,
Oh, you
names
think it's
are
gonna
coming
be? You
in.
think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be long and drawn
I
out
think it's going to
trial?
be long. I think names are coming
Yeah, because he's
in,
gonna
and there's
fight.
going to be all kinds that's going to be on the stand, being questioned about being at the parties. Because you got to remember, they're the ones who have
The
all
Flip
of the
flop crew.
video. They have all the video footage. So they know exactly who was in these parties. And if you bet your ass that all these months, they've been
Yeah.
going through that like a fine tooth comb
I hope you guys can hear
and
her.
pulling out every, oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. You bet your ass that they done went through all them videos like a fine tooth comb, and they got video on so many people that
Cassie,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh,
So ridiculous.
girl, this
Tracy,
trial, is
Tracy,
gonna be.
Scott,
Pardon me.
sorry, Scott, Harry Harrelson said he loves our show. So I just wanted to
Oh,
let you
thank
know
you,
before I
Scott.
just
We
hung up on
appreciate
my
it.
phone, as opposed
We
to,
appreciate it,
so,
Scott.
yep, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We
But
like
I've never
we
said,
love
I
the
have not heard
support.
one way or the other, but other celebs, oh yeah, other celebs are definitely being exposed for sure. What are they
I
saying?
haven't heard which over here on my comments.
Uh-huh.
It's really Janice says it's going to be a long trial, very long.
I agree. That's what I
Roberta,
said. It's going to be a long trial. It is definitely because I'm telling you, you watch
Diddy
it.
don't want that to be in the
There's going
public,
to be so
Roberta
many
said.
names that get drug up into this, like to come
Court.
up and have to come and sit down and be like, yeah, you we recognize you in the actual
He
videos.
is. He's gonna
So
spend.
it's
Diddy's gonna
all
spend a
right.
lot of money. That's how
Mm-hmm.
they break you. Excuse me. That's how you lose all your money because them lawyers, just everything. Everything is so expensive. All the
Right.
motions that are being
Yep.
filed and just video and witnesses and experts and he got to pay for all that, baby.
And it's
He got to
so
pay for
much.
all that
It's
in
not just only about it's trafficking. It is money laundering. It is being accused of raping people, giving them a
yeah,
date rape drug without their knowledge. It is,
right.
so it is so many layers to it.
Can y'all hear
That
her?
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Right,
You
right.
know what
It
I
is a
mean?
lot. It's
Yeah.
going to be interesting. It's going to be, I tell y'all that.
Yes, it
It's
is.
going to be very interesting. It's going to be so many debates going on.
Woo!
Yeah, they
Well,
want the money, Roberta.
this
They want to break him.
guess what? Just like this one.
What?
And this one, this is what he gets. So I think y'all touched on this last week. Shannon Sharp.
Shannon, we did touch on Shannon
Okay,
Sharp. We
so
did.
did anybody hear the recordings? Did you guys talk about the actual recordings?
I did. We didn't hear. None of us heard the recording last week,
Okay,
right?
so
With Shannon Sharp.
yeah, so their phone conversation got leaked and by
Oh, oh,
Tony
oh, oh,
Busby.
yes, I did. Yes, I
Yeah,
did. I heard that
yeah, by Tony Busby. And
when he said he wanted to choke her or something, he gonna choke her in public.
yes, yes, he told her if she don't shut up, he gonna choke the fuck out of her. And then he
Roberta said,
transferred.
Sandy, that Roberta said, Cassandra, that's allegedly.
Yes, this is all allegedly. That's why I said about
She
the
said,
Shannon
yes,
Sharp's
all
alleged
alleged.
rape. That's how I
She
started the
said
whole.
it's, she
Yeah,
said it's all allegedly.
yeah. This is all. That's how I started the whole thing. I said, "Did you hear about the
Okay.
Shannon Sharp alleged rape allegations?" Because
Right.
I went from talking about the last thing with Diddy with rape and continued it on with Shannon Sharp. So yeah, I
Okay.
mean, Snow Jane is you know is accusing him, and that
A
phone
six.
that phone conversation came out, and
Yeah.
I mean, not only was it that, but this is facts because this is what was out there. Was She said, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me while you are blanking me, right?" She also
Right.
said, "I know you miss these big juicy blank, right? And
What are
25K
the blanks?
each." Because then she turned around and said 25K each cheeks. So
Yeah,
she was talking
25K
about
a cheek.
yes. So she was talking about her buns
And she
being
and
big.
she called them big, huh?
Yeah, and then she proceeded to say, "You better crave it because you're gonna be stuck with me for life after you put a big black baby in me.
Oh,
Only if you put that baby gravy in, then you can do whatever you want to me." So
can y'all do y'all
this
hear that?
and this is not alleged. This is actual conversation
Footage.
and text. Period.
This is their actual voices and
Yes.
but you know
Yep.
what? Let me tell you what I feel about that phone call. This is just my personal opinion about that phone call. Whether he's guilty or he's not guilty, allegedly, whatever. When my ears hear something like that, I feel he was because for one, if you guys are really feeling each other, what are you doing recording? So I right there, it was led up. I believe he was baited into, even though they performed, so they say they performed those acts on each other.
Yeah,
Um,
they do.
he
Naturally.
was led to let it all out in that conversation, or
Yeah.
like choking. To
So
me,
Well,
She
no,
led him
no,
into that.
because that
To me, she
conversation
did.
to me, that conversation was him saying, quote, because I stopped and kept typing, stop, typing, stop, typing, stop. So this was all part of the actual conversation you can hear. And when
Yeah.
he said, if you say that word one more time, which was manipulate, couldn't stand that she kept using manipulate. He said, if you use that word one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the fuck out of you when I see you. Then he said,
Which
thank
meant
you.
he was led
Hold
to
on,
say it because
hold
that's
on,
why she kept on pushing his
hold on.
buttons.
Then he said, thank you. And then she said, wow. She said, I don't want to be choked. He said, yes, you do. And she said, no, I don't. He said, I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
He
So
does.
when he said what he was had, and when he was talking, it would be different if I just seen that in text. Then I can actually say, oh, it could have been role play going back and forth. No, when he said that shit, he was pissed off, first of all, that this has already come out. So this is what they were talking about to begin with. Like, why is she doing
Okay.
it? Why did she decide that she want to, bring all this stuff out and have them recorded and all of that? And he said, he did not say, he said, if you say that word one more fucking time, I'm gonna choke the fuck out you when I see you. He didn't say,
Okay.
if you say that word, girl, one more time, I can't wait to see. I'm gonna choke the fuck out of you when I see you. I can't wait.
No, no.
No, it was not in that reference whatsoever.
Okay.
It was
So
straight up.
this is what I meant by when I said
How do I let somebody
I
in?
feel that he was led. I don't care how he responded. I'm talking about how it got to that point. First of all,
That's fine.
the phone call was being recorded, correct? Somebody was recording it. So that's not good intentions from the gate.
You're coming on.
So when you get on there and you start talking shit to him, you know he's gonna talk shit back to you, and that's gonna put him in the bag. She knows that he likes to choke. She knows that whatever that she says he allegedly likes to do, she knew pushing those buttons that he was gonna fire off back that way so that she could have that recording in her pocket. That's all I'm saying. I believe I don't know what
My
happened, but I
point
believe
is, no,
that conversation,
so she was very,
on
she
that particular
wasn't
conversation,
yelling,
she led him.
but she wasn't loud and being rude or crazy or
No,
nothing. She wasn't
she
doing
wasn't.
any of that. And I think whether she kept using the word, why do you keep trying to manipulate me? Because he kept saying, you wrong for this. You know that this is not the way it is. And she was like, and he said something, and she would say, would you stop trying to manipulate me? Like, whatever, right? My point
Right.
is the way that he spoke did not speak
Y'all gotta
of
excuse, my dad's in the
what
background.
he
Excuse
does,
him.
which is
I'm
say that
live Monday.
motherfucking thing and I'm gonna choke your goddamn neck off when I see you. Typical,
Right.
typical, typical is
Okay,
what
but
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying, Sandy,
Try it
what I'm
again.
saying is, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he wasn't mad and he didn't mean that shit. What I'm saying is that whose intention was to record the phone call so that she could get that kind of substance on the tape. Whose mind said I'm finna call Shannon or I'm finna call her Jane Doe, and I'm gonna push the recording so because I might need this in the future.
Right. Cassie, I
Who did
want to
that?
bring you on here. How do I bring her on here? Do you know how to bring somebody on? The button?
Is it Facebook? Is it
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
Look down at the bottom of your screen and it'll say somebody wants to join.
It says bring them on camera. It says Cassie
Okay,
Davis is
okay,
watching and she
so
wants.
press that. Is there somewhere where you can press an invite button?
Oh, okay. Okay.
There you
So
go.
you hit that button by accident. Okay. No worries. Don't worry about it.
Oh, she don't want to come on?
Yeah, no, no, no. She
Yeah,
just
she already knows he's freaky and nasty. That's not my point. She needed to put it on tape to expose him that he's freaky and nasty so she can get some money.
well, she didn't need
Because he didn't hurt her. This
she
ain't like this is a bitch that's hurt.
hey
She's
girl.
not hurt.
I don't think he needed to do that because he'd already exposed himself as a freak when he had the video out with Snow Michelle.
Yeah, we
So
knew that. So she
right.
got mad. I heard that she got mad when she overheard him laying up with the other chick, the black chick. She's fair complected, but she's black.
Uh-huh.
And when that was exposed, then this comes out. A month later.
Well, you know what? Here's my point. That's what he get. He put himself in
Yeah.
his own position that he puts himself
Okay,
in.
so you said that's what he
Keep
gets.
doing it over
Yeah.
and over. You like it. You
He
like it.
he
You say
he
what you
is
feel, but you keep
he's
playing with
definitely
him, you're gonna
naive.
get burned. That's my point. You keep playing with
He's definitely
somebody,
he's definitely
you're gonna get burned.
naive. He's
That's it.
definitely
He's naive.
stupid. I agree with that.
It's-
He's definitely naive because who gets on the phone,
Mm-mm.
the level you on,
Um,
and tell somebody, you
I
say
don't
that
know
shit
if
one
it
more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out you. That was
right.
stupid.
No, because
Yes,
he was
she is. Roberta
irritated
says she's
with
poor, thirsty, and broken.
I
She
believe
is.
just
Where
from
does she come from?
listening,
She's too young to
me
be acting like
personally,
this.
and then I'm gonna let it go. But this is me personally, just listening to the actual phone conversation,
Yeah,
whether she was trying to bait him or not, he shouldn't have took the bait. Because when he said what he said and how he said it, sounded like next time I see your ass, I'm choking you the fuck up. Because you done talk too goddamn much. You keep running your damn mouth. You won't let this go. You done got all this shit exposed. And you are calling me for what? Why are you calling? Right? That's what he was saying.
right.
Why are you
Of
calling?
course he should have been. Of course he should have been
So
smarter. But
that's my point. He should have been
she
smarter.
set
You
that
already
she
know what
set
you're
that
working with.
shit up.
So he
Yeah.
keep, my point is he keeps putting himself in the same position.
He
It
already
doesn't
was
matter.
dumb if he was giving her $25,000 per bun.
Mm. I don't
Butt
know. Is
cheek.
she is she the only is she
The
the
only
only
fans.
only fan lady? Okay, yeah, Scotty, she is. She's the only fan lady.
The only
So
fans. And that's what she supposed to do, get money. I ain't knocking her.
yeah,
She supposed to get money. He knows what he's taking the chance for fucking with OnlyFans anyway.
see,
They OnlyFans, we want some money.
that's my point. That's my whole point to it all. Is my that's my whole point. I mean, he lost his job with
Yes, he
ESPN.
should have listened to Monique. He
He
should have
lost
listened to
his job
Monique. He should
with
have.
ESPN. Okay, he lost it. Done. Finito.
Yeah. Talking
So
about he
my point,
resigned.
huh?
Talking about he resigned for a
They
short
resigned.
time. No, you was finna get up out of there because that
Yeah,
Stephen man said they was finna get rid of him.
yeah, Stephen A. Yeah, they had already said that he was done. After that, they didn't want nothing to do with
Yeah,
it because, you know, this is now the second thing. The sexual part of this your personal business, but it came out. But then
yeah,
this and the whole choking thing and hearing his voice, they wasn't trying to hear that. It is one
yeah.
thing to have allegations that
We was already
he
disgusted
did
hearing
that
him
for,
act
but
like
he has his own
a
voice.
Congo gorilla with the first lady.
This ugly
Shit.
self.
Sandy said, ugly self.
Yes.
Go to the next topic. Let me get my
So let's
drink.
move on. Yeah.
Gotcha. Let
So
me get my drink. I'm actually thirsty. I
did
don't know
you
why my
guys? I don't know why people has been buzzing and talking about, hey Amanda, talking about Obama and Michelle and Obama. Like, what is happening? Nevertheless,
well, she got her own podcast now, so
yeah,
she's popping right now.
yeah, and
Michelle's doing her thing.
yeah,
And
nevertheless,
she didn't go to the inauguration, so they had at her.
yeah, or none of the funerals. So who
I'll be
cares?
like,
Here's the point. Obama said, hey, listen, my wife walked me through and through with everything that I did. She had my back. She didn't get to do what she wanted to do. Our girls is in college now. She's able to live her life. I want her to do what she enjoys, to what she wants to do. And so she's doing what she wants to do. Oh, okay, I got you, girl. So she's doing exactly what she wants to do. So my point is, people need to just cut it out and mind their business and leave other people's stuff alone. When people are, they're happily married and all of the above. She is now just trying to find her own things that she enjoys without her husband, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should be able to find things that you do outside of being with your man or your woman. Period. You should have extra things that you like that you do for yourself, not for you and your mate. So that is all what that's all about. Is he literally said that he wants her to do. She's enjoying Michelle right now, and he's so happy that she is doing what she wants to do. So
Yeah,
I'm
back.
with that. The girls are in college. She supported him all these years throughout all his being in the Senate and all
Love
everything
you
else,
too.
the White House, all of the above. She's enjoying Michelle and having Michelle time. And I think there's
Right.
absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everybody should have their own time away from their mate. So nothing wrong at all. And y'all also
Absolutely.
know that Kanye and Bianca are back together. Not
I
that
knew Kanye.
I don't
I
understand
didn't know
that.
that they were Kanye and Bianca. Bianca was back together, but I do know. Um, we'll get a little serious here. Kanye. I don't know if it's bipolar, if it's true or not true, but Kanye needs help. He's reaching for help. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's a game. He's sitting up talking about he gave his cousin oral sex. That's bad, and that's serious.
Where'd you see that at?
He said it. It's all over the net. He
Oh,
said he gave his cousin from the age, what was it, y'all? 14? Oh no, it might have been a little younger. But he gave him oral sex up until he was 14, I think. Correct me, y'all.
how you doing, baby? Yes, I agree, Scotty. He said, I definitely feel like the world would be a better place if people mind their own business, 1000%, and stop always trying to figure other people's stuff out, right? Because they were trying to,
No.
he's referring to Michelle and Obama. People's trying to speculate on
Right.
what's happening with them. So, but yeah, Trey, I'm with you. Like, the stuff is out here crazy right now. Like, just
Right.
everything that's popping off, right? Like, I don't
Right.
know. It's too much.
Well,
But
I believe,
he's always been known to have been bipolar and taking medication. I mean, even Kim K said it. And he even said it. He goes off on him and he doesn't want to take them no more. And so he starts doing this.
but you know what? He needs help, but I'm not
Maybe
thinking
he
about
doesn't
shit Kim
too.
K talking. I ain't thinking
Maybe
about what Kim
maybe
Kardashian talking
maybe
about.
he's speaking his truth.
You know what? To me,
Maybe he's speaking
Kim
his truth
Kardashian,
though.
Kim Kardashian ain't got no room to talk about Kanye.
No, no, no. But
Something's wrong with her too.
yeah, but she was talking more about how he was just very unpredictable to stuff. Period. Like how he goes off about white white lives matter and just the weird
Okay,
all
tomato,
the hate
tomato.
and talking about hate to the Hitler and he goes off the wall. He goes off the wall. And I think
Yeah,
he
but
gets
guess what? Tomato, tomato.
well.
The tomato, tomato. Hers is she just ain't on camera when she loses it. That's why they had to slow that show down because they started fighting each other too.
Yeah. I mean, he said he hadn't seen North for a year, and they showed him in February. They was all over in Japan, just this past February. They was all in Japan.
Roberta said ain't nothing wrong with Kanye.
Uh-huh. I'm yeah, yeah.
I think
I'm yeah, I'm sure she said that. I think
I
something.
think Roberta, if that's true that he done that or he was made to do that to somebody, there could be something going on there
Absolutely. That he
with
just
him.
dealt with, and it spills over in other areas. I mean, people do it every day. Shit, trauma. People don't.
But Kim got her nerves talking about something wrong. He needs this and he needs that because look how she got into the business. What person in their right mind gonna be doing that for some money to be big as they are? And then look how she's letting. This is my opinion.
I mean, why does she go? What? Why is she dressed the way she do and go around? I mean, I don't understand that whole thing with them. Anyway,
Right.
like going around naked, like it's not appropriate to be around the kids, and your booty's out and your coochie's out and everything else is out. I mean, I don't understand that. And there's where I do agree with Kim, where certain things should not be done in front of those kids. Period. He goes off his meds sometimes, and yes, he does, Deb. And he goes off the deep end, and he's admitted that on several different.
Kanye is very intelligent. That's probably half the problem. He's too intelligent.
Very intelligent. He's one hundred
You know
percent.
how people can be
There's nobody like
super
him.
intelligent and then they come off like that something's kind of wrong with them because it's too much going on up there. So they
Sometimes
start,
you got too much going on. You a little bit,
right.
just a little bit, just a little. That's why.
So let's go on.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather be, just a regular smart person. I don't need the extra because I want the balance of it all. You understand? So sometimes too much of something is too much. Okay, so let's move on. Here's my last subject. I got Tracy. What time you got? I'm watching clock tonight, y'all. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be able to make the whole show. Um,
7:41.
what time?
7:41.
Okay. So I wanna. This is another subject that this is all the craziness of government and how they function. But y'all hear about Congress, George Santos, who just was found guilty of wire fraud and identity
Didn't they
theft.
give George Santos, Governor Santos,
Seven,
didn't
yeah,
they give him 7 years?
78 months, 7 years. And he's trying to get himself in confinement and away from the people because he doesn't want to get injured or hurt or somebody try to rape him out or any of that. He wants to be in solid confinement where he can just read his books and do his time. I'm like, no, that ain't how it
He
works.
don't want to come out.
That's not how it
He
works.
don't want to come out.
You need to get
He
right
don't
into
want to
that.
come out population.
Look, you need to get right on in that population, sir. Some, this is my first offense, and they just threw the book and the bookcase at me to make a case
An
about it.
example.
Now, this is the same man that voted for different things for as far as federal jails and that for the people getting more money, things of that nature. He did some other things that was the opposite that people was going to be looking at him at a side eye, and so he should be worried to be able to go. That he's going to jail, but you need to be
Okay.
in the population with everybody else because
Okay.
you're not special. You
Okay.
understand or not, you're not special. So, you know, you you just got to join the population.
Okay. Well, I don't have too much to
Gotta,
say about Governor Santos over here on my end. I mean,
yeah,
just like he did the crime, he got to do time.
yeah. That's what Deb said. Just said he's not special. Get out of here.
He's
Yep, you
definitely not
put on in with
special.
the regular population, sir.
Okay.
Deal with it for
Okay,
themselves.
Sandy, I know you,
And
Cassandra
maybe
has
he'll
to
get out
go.
on good behavior. We don't know. I don't know, but maybe he'll get
Maybe.
out.
He might not have to do the whole 7 years.
He may not. He may not. He
Good for
actually may.
him.
Good behavior goes a long way. You don't get in trouble. You stay focused. You can get through it. So maybe he will.
Okay.
Maybe he will. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on for like another 8 minutes, Tracy.
Oh, okay, got you. So let me start this one off. Let's get into the local news, you guys. So I know
Oh,
all you guys in this city, other states. My cousins were calling me that like, what's going on in Minnesota? And I wanted to say the same thing that's going on in Chicago. Bad. It's bad. So,
yeah, you're gonna look real good in orange dab. Yeah,
you
this
know
month.
what, Roberta? Roberta's something else. You know Roberta talks shit.
What's she saying?
Sandy,
What's she saying,
huh?
Trey? I
Do you
can't
want
hear
to
you.
hear it? She said, you already skipped out last week. Now you're skipping out again. Bye, Sandy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got things going, baby. I got
She said,
things I got going
unfortunately, she
on.
has things going, baby.
Till I get settled. I got some things popping up. So you may see me missing in action again, and within this month
Hey, Tony.
before I'm settled
Yeah,
completely.
I was gone when I was doing my relocating. I was gone
Yeah,
a couple
yeah,
times.
yeah, for sure. So, but
It happens.
yeah, but you know what? This crime right now is crazy. It's crazy. There's a
Right.
whole lot. You're not here right now,
So they made
Tracy.
an arrest.
It,
They made an arrest today.
yeah, they did. Thank goodness. I mean, but there, it was. I think it was a total of 8 to 10
Nine.
within.
Nine.
Yeah, and right there at the
I think it was a total of 9 people.
huh?
I just don't know. It was a total of 9 people.
Yeah,
I don't know how many are
from
deceased.
Cedar
Four
and
or
Lake
five.
to 25th and Lake. Cedar and Lake, no, uh, to 25th and Bloomington. Cedar and Lake, and popped off in between. I
Yeah.
think there was also one on 15th and Lake. So they believe
And
they're
I
all
believe
down.
the man that they arrested. Um, let me tell Roberta what happened. There was some.
Yeah,
Um,
they caught one.
they said they were calling it gang rival
Yeah,
in
they're
the
part of
native
the native
community.
gang. They're part of that
And
native
it was
gang.
part of some native gang, and I don't know what
That's
the
in the
reason
Little
is, but
Earth.
I know a lot of you know Troy Yarborough. One of those people that were murdered was his son.
Oh, who? Who know? Tracy? Say that again?
Troy, you remember Tammy Yarborough?
Yeah. Remember the
Her
name?
brother Troy?
Oh,
Her brother
yeah.
Troy? One of the people that was murdered was his son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
So,
terrible. They need you guys. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but I don't know what more to
what you
say.
saying, Roberta?
You got to put the guns
Yeah,
down.
so I think I don't know if it was 4 or 5 that died, and the rest are in. A couple of them are in grave condition, and the other ones are in serious condition.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was his son, Tony Yarborough. I mean Troy Yarborough. He's been all over Facebook. Not Tony, Troy,
Somebody
Troy
was just
Yarborough.
an innocent bystander on the Cedar and Lake 17th one. They got hit driving a car by a bullet.
Okay,
So
it was 4 that passed away, Sherry.
four end up passing.
Yeah, Sherry said it was 4. But I'm waiting on the motive, or was it just gang violence? But it has to be more than just gang violence because they said it was retaliation. So what did the supposedly, allegedly, what did the people do for
I
this
think
person to come back and
shooting up each other left and
kill
right.
all, shoot up all them people and kill a lot of them?
Take
And
care
then
of them.
it just missed the 2 babies in the
Yeah,
car.
but that's what it's
One was
about.
an infant and one was a toddler.
But that's what it's about. They go back and forth until
Right, but I want to know what was it? What happened? Anybody
well,
know like the
like I said,
inside story?
small is nothing. You understand? I mean,
Right.
really, it really could. It could be something.
So I seen the news tonight and they said the guy that killed all the people, he
Yeah,
was native. He's native. So gang violence,
yeah. It's.
retaliation, something.
I don't know what else. Hey, Amy, how you
Oh, she
doing?
said, Sherry said it was
Hello.
gang violence, but something was done to the people
Hello.
family.
Yeah, I don't know. My whole thing with this is that, if they don't get this under control now, this summer is going to be crazy.
I wonder why in Minnesota, well, at least I say Minnesota because I'm here. Why, when it get warm, they do this?
It's clockwork. They don't hardly ever do anything in the wintertime, but come spring,
Yeah, but
summer, they are out here in it. Oh my goodness, you're in the hospital. Are you okay? Amy,
oh, okay.
you okay?
Why, y'all?
Hopefully you
And
get
why ain't people
safe
talking to their
today.
children? Okay, it's warm out.
Get yourself well. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something.
soon as we do,
Y'all might think I'm a little prejudiced when I say this,
okay,
but I'm not. I'm
okay,
truly not.
will be. That's the best answer.
I'm just peeping something.
Well, thank you for tuning in, my dear.
Yeah,
Thank you
heat,
for tuning
like
in.
dogs in heat. They go mad. That's
Yeah,
pitiful.
I mean,
But
it's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's like, how in the wintertime you get the blues because it's gloomy and whatever. Maybe
uh-huh,
in the
uh-huh.
spring, summer they get that thing that gets them, getty to want to
Roberta said
start
it's just heat.
committing crimes.
Yeah, heat does it does something to your brain, but
Yeah, Native
these
gang,
is
Deborah,
these
down
is
in Middle
young
Earth.
kids. It's the pills, it's the alcohol, they
It's all of it.
vaping. Not that they're the beginning of crime, because crime, we know crime go way back, but and gangs go
Drugs is
way back. But
these up until the like 30s, they
the kids
killing it
ain't
with
talking to their
everything from
parents.
pills
No, they're
to
not.
meth. They're doing it all. They're doing and
Right.
touching it all. Like
Yep.
it's
You
just
know, the heat comes in, they use a substance, yeah, and it affects their
oh
brains.
baby.
And it's bad, y'all. It is this right here for the beginning of
Oh
the summer.
baby. I don't
This
even
is
know
what
what
they
you're
had for us
trying to see, but
right here on the south side.
go through.
This was crazy. It
Thank
was
you.
crazy.
Yeah, I know they're doing fentanyl. Like they're willing to
Yeah,
risk
everybody don't die from fentanyl.
touching
Some
that
of them,
fentanyl. Yeah.
yeah, they doing the fentanyl.
They're willing. Oh, babe. Oh, so
I'm
Amy.
telling you, it's dangerous. And everybody be careful this summer. Watch your surroundings. Watch your babies. Don't let your
Always
babies
watch
go
out.
everywhere. Don't let them just call you and say, "Can I go? Can I stay?" You better watch your babies because obviously they do not stop a bullet.
Nope, not
Babies
at
don't
all.
stop bullets.
Not at all. Tracy, Amy,
Yes.
Amy found out bad news, so it sounds like she's got to start chemo. She's trying to deal with it. She said,
Oh, I'm sorry. Amy is
oh,
one of our followers, and
and
she
she's
found out
very,
bad news and she has to start
very
chemo.
scared. I feel so bad, baby. I feel so bad. She's very scared. She said to go through the process.
Okay, ask her, can I ask her something?
Tracy said, can she
What type
ask
of
you
cancer?
something?
What type of cancer?
Do you know what type of cancer? If you want to share, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to share.
You don't have to. Okay. Because, the more that we can educate people on that as well, um, it's,
Roberta, you're absolutely right, because the last day of school,
yeah.
I used to always tell my kids, you don't got to be there for the last day.
Okay. So still running tests
Okay.
at the
You don't
moment.
got to be there for the last day. We tell
Got
her she's in our prayers.
You are absolutely, and you know you can reach out at any time, to
Um,
us
the last day of school
and talk if
is
you need somebody
bad.
to talk to, any of the above.
And
Absolutely.
I don't even want my kids
So
there. I
I'm
didn't.
extending that olive branch to you, my dear.
Yeah, put them on lockdown.
Truly. And yes, trust in God, and He will get you through the process. It's
Hey, Roxanne.
easier said than done, but you can, you know. And just remember, if you need somebody to talk to at any time, we're always here. Truly.
Tell her we are keeping her in prayer.
Yeah, I did. I told her. She said, "Thank you, thank you, ladies. You're welcome, baby."
Okay.
So, anyways, well, I'm gonna get ready to wrap myself up, you guys. Um,
Okay, Cassandra
I
has to go.
I've got to go. I'm so sorry, but I hate having to leave this. Look, I just hate it. But I got to get up early in the morning, and I still got a lot to do tonight before I can do it. So, and I'm running on very little sleep because I just got back yesterday, and,
Okay.
and yesterday morning.
Well,
So, um,
well, you are in our prayers. Safe travels.
yes, thank you, baby. And again, Amy, you can reach out to me at any time. I will always look at my um, DMs and
I'll get
all
you
the
guys
above now,
one
just
second.
knowing
Cassandra
I'll
signing
look
off.
and see if you actually, are looking to speak to me or Tracy, whichever order, okay? Deborah,
Absolutely.
y'all probably want to go over, slide over to Tracy's page. Everybody that's on my page, slide on over. Night, Cassie. Mwah, love you. Thank you for watching. Slide on over to Tracy's page. At the same time, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to us on YouTube. Please subscribe, hit that bell so that you get the
So
notifications
sorry,
when I am actually sending out little quick
Sherry.
clips and
You are
things
in
of
my
that nature.
prayers.
You'll actually get that little bell notification that I'm putting it all out. So, oh,
Roberta said, take care of yourself,
okay.
Cassandra.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I
All right, we love
appreciate you.
you.
Thank you, baby, for having my back.
I
Keep
got
it
you.
moving for me. Look, keep it moving for us. I appreciate it. And again, all of y'all that are on my page right now, roll on over to Tracy Lewis's page. What's your page? Is it Tracy Lewis? Is it
It
is it
is.
just that simple? Because I know I've seen a lot of Tracy Lewis's, but it is just look for
I
her.
mean,
Even if
it
it's
might
a
be a lot of
blue
Tracy
one,
Lewis's, but it's only
hers got a
one.
blue and white
One.
rim with a
I'm one of
picture
a
on
kind, Tracy Lewis.
it. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm out, you
We'll
guys.
see
Love
you.
you much.
Safe
See
travels.
you next week for sure. I'll be back.
See you next
I'll
week.
be in full swing of it before I'm
Okay.
out of here. And then I may have to be gone until I'm moved all the
You got
way
to do what
and
you
then
got to
back in.
do.
So I'll keep it all up with y'all through Tracy and just putting little things out on Facebook too. So, all right.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Take
Mwah.
your
Thanks for
presence home.
watching. Peace. Bye.
Peace
Mwah.
out, little lady.
All right, my
All
dear.
right.
Peace. Love you guys. Tell
All
Roberta
right,
I
sweetheart.
said talk to her later. Peace.
You said she loves you. Okay.
All right. Love you too. Bye.
All right.